guys, here I have a Philco radio on my workbench. It's a 1939 Philco model 39-25. Buttons seem a little off. AM 550 to 1700 and shortwave from 5.0 to 18 megahertz. I'm not sure what all these buttons do here. Okay, this one here, it seems like this is the switch, and then maybe the tone. I think, I'm not sure. This maybe this is the volume, and this is, because this doesn't turn off. This one does, so it's probably on. I'm not sure what that would be there, unless it's the tone. And this is a tone, I'm not sure. This one I think is maybe the selector switch. Well, it's got 3 positions. So I'm not sure. And then this dial here, dial cord or something's got to be fixed. It's not turning very easy. It stops there, and it stops right there. So something wrong with that. The this is plastic dial cover, and it's pushed in on the bottom. So let me get this. It's a 5-tube transformer type. Seems like a small transformer, but nevertheless, it looks like, well, this is the antenna naturally. It's coming off there. Metal can capacitors out of there. So we know it's being worked on. The dial seems to be okay once it, I think that plastic dial cover. I wonder if they got the right filters. I'll start it up with, let me see. Find the voltage on it. 120, let's go 60. Half that. There's about 61 volts, good enough. Alright, we're going to turn it on. Check the amp meter, the DVT. Shouldn't do nothing at this voltage. I see a little light on that, a little glow on that dial lamp. 6 watts. Alright, we're going to bring it up to there's 81 volts. And where was the volume then? Well, it had to be this one. All looking good. It's 13 watts. It's going to go way more than that. There's 100 volts, 103 volts. See a tube glowing. I hear a little bit of static. And I got that set at 900, I think. Now it sticks again, so it wasn't that dial. I'll have to do something about that. Alright, let's go up to 120. Looks like it's going to be okay.
Yeah, well, what about the infiniphone?
I don't know.
That's
I
A.
have no need for it, but I'm not sure I should leave it behind. It might do more harm than good. No, I haven't decided yet.
Professor, think of the pleasure you could give the world.
Well, if it can give the world as much pleasure as it seems to have given you.
That's shortly. After evaluating this chassis, it's all cobbled up. Even though it played, it's not right. This here where he's got it, these 2 here, it's supposed to be an 8 microfarad. I written it down. from the schematic. It's 8 microfarad at 400 volts. Well, he's got two in parallel, 222. So that's way too high. From 8 to 44. And then these two are 22s. They get 16s at 250 volts. So those are wrong. This Bakelite block here, it's got 0.1 microfarads in there. Also supposed to be 0.01 according to the schematic, and with the number on this block, that is a huge increase. Should be 0.01s and there's 0.1s. That's got to be what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably eliminate this, put a terminal board in there, and I'm put safety caps in there. So there's where your power cord is. Where's that coming in? Power cord is coming in there, right here. So that's got to be replaced. I'll put safety caps in there. So, and then the transformer, power transformer's got to come out because the wires are, you can see where they're brittle. On this, it's, the rubber's cracking on these right here. It's just if you move them, the way you move them. So I'm going to have to take the power transformer out, take the output transformer out. You guys got taped up stuff. That's wrong. Okay, you probably can see over here I have the 3 capacitors. The 1/8. That's a 16. 16, this is the 8. 8 microfarad all. And like they're supposed to be. I'm just checking my wire to make sure this is not touching everything. So I'm going to power it on.
Wake up. Oh, why don't you leave me alone, huh? Will you leave me alone? Wake up. Coming in,
I got the volume.
Wake up and look at me, Feather.
Scroll and like the photo from 2014.
So it goes to show you that this 8 microfarad was got 44 in there and works. Sounds perfect.
Work moves fast.
No
Every
humping, no
email,
noise.
report, and proposal counts. That's where Grammarly
So
comes
that's
in. It's your
gonna be
one place
changed.
to think, write, and finish.
All of these.
Grammarly's
work
AI
just
agents help you find
specs saying
natural
this one is
phrasing,
gonna be
fine-tune
isolated.
tone, and confidently write wherever you work.
Filter off. Right here, this one here. This is definitely in parallel. 222, so that's 44 microfarad. That they replaced, they should have had an 8 microfarad. Because they put this. You can see before I start taking it apart. This wire here. Bare wires there, there, and there. It's just breaking up. These aren't in that great shape either, these white ones. These white ones are or yellow, I would call them. Those are the going to the rectifier, the plates. Okay, it wants to come out of there, but maybe we can get it. I don't want to put no strain on the. There it comes, I guess. Hold it down here, and there it goes. Okay, look at this. Way back in here. Look at this one. Yeah, this had to be done. They done this one and it's not really that great. Look at this one. It's just stuck on there. There's the green wire that I was looking for. I knew it was going to be the blue. It's really stuck good. what is this one? It's black. Look at this. Just, man. Yeah, look at these wires here. Look at this way back in here. And this was inside the transformer. The end belts covered it. That is not good at all. Okay, I got new wires on this output transformer. And I got some of this Capton, I think it's called, tape over that. Both sides. So I'm hoping that it will fit in clear of that bell. So we'll see. Right now I got this first IF out of here. It don't look bad here, the wires. Yeah, a little stress. You can see it. It's not that bad, but the wires coming to it are not so good. So inside here, then I got to do the second IF, and then any little rubber wires that I see that I'd like to get them all changed. But a little update on this Philco. Let me see. As you can see, I did this area here where I couldn't get to because of these preset oscillating coils. There's 8 of them, and there's 8 of these. I think they call them compensators, more or less. Like I call them padders. So I had to move all that stuff to get in here to get to this stuff, and yeah, there's a couple resistors that I replaced, but and the resistors I left in there. These two here, this one's okay. It's the value's fine. These two, he has 0.047s and it calls for 0.05s. That's only one value lower. So I've decided to leave them for a simple reason. You know, those wax capacitors, and they're like, tolerance is like 20%, not plus or minus, or maybe even more. So that ain't even 20%, you know, one deviation below that. So yeah, I'm leaving these two as 0.0447s. Philco, you know, they don't have any updates or anything where they made changes or added something, but probably it was a little bit, sound was poor quality until they added this resistor in here to stabilize it. That's what I'm thinking, because it goes on that detector tube, the second detector tube at 78, and the IF, I think that was, yeah, the second IF up. Well, that'd be the first IF. That's the first IF. There, yeah. That's the way I looked at it. So, yeah, that's the only thing. It was driving me a little nuts, and then I got, well, they added it, and they never did make changes on the schematic or anything like that, because it would look like it was never, it was always like that way from the factory, so I had to put it in there. So I put a 50K, I don't have a 49K, so I put a 50. That's, it was a 20% resistor that was in there, so that's fine. So now I need, well, I thought I could put everything back together and get these wires here connected, but I had to take the whole preset assembly out of here. Just hoping I don't mess up the oscillator coils in here. There's 8 of them for all 8 presets. But I had to take it all out of there just so I could get this. I had to take the selector switch out because every wire in there, you can see, is just brittle. Look at that. They're all just in terrible shape. So those got to be all replaced. I had to take these two coils out and the selector switch, band switch. There's just too many bad wires in here. It's just really broken up, and they all got to be replaced. And even on the coils. So yeah, it's a lot of work there. Alright, well, you see what kind of a mess I got in. I opened up a can of worms. And it's got to get done, though. And I keep cutting wires, and it's just... I'll figure it out. Look at this wire here. This comes from the factory the way. It's a cold soldering joint. See if we can get it even closer. You see it right there. Look at that. It's spinning inside that solder. I mean, I probably could pull it out. That is silly. And that has not been touched. That's the original wire. And I got to notice, like, oh, what the heck is that? I didn't solder around there. I soldered one up here. Well, that's so far away. Let's see. That was what is this one? A. Yeah, this is A. This is 10, and this is... No, I'm sorry, 1. This is 10. Going in clockwise. This is the A section. This is the B section of the switch. It takes a little bit to understand that. It's a good thing I had a schematic, okay? Because my documentation usually is pretty good, but when it comes to these switches like this, you can make mistakes. So it's a good thing I had a A10, which is connected right straight to, guess what? Oscillator coil, which is this one. It's the oscillator. This one I got it AM. This is shortwave. Okay. So, but I was just surprised. I wanted to show you what came out of the factory that way. One bad soldering joint. I think I got this chassis electrically restored under the bottom here. I hoping I got everything right, because I shotgunned it after I jumped out the old capacitors. I had, what was it? I counted 12. And I thought I had 12. So I took that second IF can out to rewire it, and it was a 51K in there, so it was 13. And schematic calls for 12. That's because they put this one in here. It's yellow and white, and I suppose it was yellow. 49K stabilizer for the ABC, and the second detector, I think, the way I looked at it. So I put a 50K as close as I can get, which is intolerance. It took me forever. I had to take this push button assembly out of here for the presets, the oscillating coils, and these, they call them compensators. I call them padders. But man, I was watching it really, careful with this thing, and look at this one. Son of a gun. Why did that one just pop? I think because 2 of them popped on me. Well, I got to fix that one real fast. Add a little wire on it. Doggone. Alright, a couple of those broke. Here was one I had addicts. But then every one of these oscillating coils, the wires broke off at the coil. One of them had about a wrap of that winding coming off, and I put it back on and crazy glued it, super glued it. But I'm just hoping that everything's right. And then this selector switch, that was a nightmare. Alright, what's wrong with my AM? Yeah, nothing. It's almost like Oh, 28 watts. Let's try the short wave and see. Probably that selector switch, I got something wrong.